together out of the schoolyard, waiting for the world's applause. Rebel without a conscience, martyr without a cause. Static on your frequency, electrical storm in your veins, raging out unreachable glory, straining out invisible chains. And now you're trembling on a rocky ledge, staring down into a heartless sea. Can't face life on a razor's edge. Nothing's what you thought it would be. All of us get lost in the darkness. Dreamers learn to steer by the stars. All of us through time in the gutter. Dreamers turn to look at the stars. Turn around and turn around and turn around. Turn around and walk the razor's edge. Don't turn your back and slam the door on me. It's not as if this barricade blocks the only road. It's not Serengeti night, I get this feeling. Forests turn to factories and rivers, sea and sky. Hungry child in the desert, and the flies that cloud her eyes. I get this feeling. Scars of pleasure, scars of pain. Atmospheric changes, shaping sensitive again. Scars of pleasure, scars of pain. Atmospheric changes, shaping sensitive again. Scars of pleasure, scars of pain. Atmospheric changes, shaping sensitive again. Scars of pleasure, scars of pain. Atmospheric changes, shaping sensitive again. Pleasure leaves a fingerprint, there surely is more than pain. In memories they resonate and echo back again. Scars of pain, atmospheric changes make them sensitive again. Scars of pleasure, scars of pain, atmospheric changes make them sensitive again. Scars of pleasure, scars of pain, atmospheric changes make them sensitive again. If I could wave my magic wand, I am made from the dust of the stars, and the oceans flow in my veins. Here I hide in the heart of the city, like a stranger coming out of the rain. The evening plane rises up from the runway over constellations of light. I look down into a million houses and wonder what you're doing tonight. If I could wave my magic wand, I'd make merchandise. There is tick-tock in atomic. Leaders make a deal. Cosmic is largely comic. A con they couldn't conceal. There is no safe seat at the feast. Take your best stab at the beast. Night is turning pale. Saint is turning to saint. Raise the arc to resistance. Danger dare to be grand. Pride reduced to humble pie. Diamonds down to sand. Take heart from earth and weather. Brightness of new birth. Take heart from the harvest. Shave the harvest from the earth. There is no safe seat at the feast. Take your best stab at the beast. Night is turning pale. The saint is turning to saint. Reasoning is partly insane. Image just an eyeless game. Night is turning pale. The saint is turning to saint. Miracles will have their claimers. More will bow to Rome. He and she are in the house, but there's only me at home. Roses and roses of splendor, posed to respond in the end. Lonely things like nights I find and find a way of prayer. I hear in the rate of her heart, a tear in the heat of the dark. Night is turning pale. The saint is turning to saint. There is no safe seat at the feast. Take your best stab at the beast. Night turns pale. The saint turns to saint. Nature has some new plague to run in our streets. History, some new wrinkle we are doomed to repeat. Fugitives at the bedroom door. Lovers pause to find an open store. Rain is burning on the forest floor and the red tide kisses the shore. This is not a false alarm. This is not a test. Stay out of the sun. It only burns my skin. Sky is full of poison and the atmosphere's too thin. Bless the sun, rain no more. River running like an open sore. Black wind falling through the ocean floor and the red tide washes ashore. This is not a false alarm. This is imagined I could be so wrong. I've been your favorite song, you know I've hated that song for so long. How can we ever agree like the rest of the world? We go farther apart. I swear you don't listen to me, holding my hand to my heart, holding my fist to my racing heart. This wind, I've seen all things in every kind of light, rising with the full moon to go howling through the night. Sleepless wind has heard all things between the sea and sky. In the canyons of the city, you can hear the buildings cry. Oh, the wind can carry all the voices of the city. Oh, the wind can carry all the echoes home to me. Oh, the wind can carry all the voices of the city. Oh, the wind can carry all the echoes home to me. Run with wind and weather to the music of the sea. All four winds together can bring the world to me. Chase the wind around the world. I want to look at life in the available light. Live light, a photograph, the way I used to be. Some half-forgotten stranger